So think of Flare as a combination of everything a fraternity or sorority would need, all streamlined into one app. So GroupMe, Facebook groups, Google Calendar, photo sharing, attendance, and even a point system all blended into one with a bunch of security features tailored for fraternities and sororities to reduce risk and liability. And I'll show you those as I go through the presentation. So imagine being able to see all of your events in either a list view like this or a calendar view like so. This way, everyone in the chapter knows what's going on without having a ton of questions. Simply check the calendar and it's all in one place. Within each event, you can see all the details, polls, announcements, comments, replies, and a gallery of photos and videos. You can sort photos by likes, you can comment on them, and you can save them to your camera roll, and the quality of the photo retains. Just press on the down arrow at the bottom right-hand corner. You can also turn on the ticket feature, which gives everyone in the event a unique ticket that changes every 2 seconds if you pay attention closely to the QR code, so you can't screenshot the ticket and send it to somebody else. This tends to be the most secure way of doing invitations or even checking in for something like chapter attendance. You can also take attendance a separate way, and exec would tell you guys which way to use with a QR code on a big screen. And you could simply just scan the QR code with your camera, and you would get a pop-up that says, would you like to check into this event? You would say yes, and then your name would be marked on an attendance sheet that somebody on exec can export, and then they could get a list with everyone who scanned in alphabetical order by last name and see what time people scanned in and who did not scan in. You can also add events to your phone's calendar. So if you select add to calendar at the bottom here, you could choose a Google Calendar or an Apple Calendar to sync an event with. You can also create group chats within the app that are a lot more secure than other messaging apps for a number of reasons. So one is, as an admin, you can delete any message or photo within the chat permanently. You can also clear all the messages within the chat without deleting the chat if you want to start fresh. There's screenshot alerts. So whenever someone takes a screenshot of the chat, you can see who took the screenshot and a picture of the screenshot if you're an admin. You just tap on the notification. You can also disable screenshots entirely within a chat or an event. So if you go to the settings here and you tap on the screenshot setting, by default they're enabled, but if you disable them and you screenshot, you get a completely black screen. And as an admin, you would get a picture of the screenshot as well. You can also pin a message to the very top of the chat. So great for important stuff that tends to get buried in chats all the time. Just put it at the very top and you can check that right away. You can also react to messages. Double tap to like a message. You can long press to send a reaction. You can thumbs down, which you can't do within GroupMe. And you can also add a custom emoji reaction by choosing any emoji on your phone. You can tap on the panel here to see the different reactions or how many likes or other reactions a message gets. You can swipe to the right to reply to a message. You can swipe to the left to see timestamps like this. And you can even suspend certain users from talking within the chat if you're an admin. You can also search for messages very easily. So everyone look at the top right with the search icon. If you press on that, you can search for either a keyword or somebody's name, and you can use the up and down arrows at the bottom right hand corner to jump between search results. So it makes finding things a ton easier. You can also tap on where it says 9 of 9 at the bottom right hand corner or bottom left hand corner, and you can see all the search results in a list view and simply tap on one to jump to that search result. So it just makes finding things within your chats a ton easier. If you tap on the name of the chat, you can access the chat settings where you can have a chat description with clickable links. So links that get buried all the time, they can all now be in a central chat description. So instead of asking, you could just check the chat description for common information. There, you can change the colors of the chat, your nickname, your picture within the chat, and there's also certain chats for announcements where announcements mode can be turned on, and only certain officers can make announcements in those chats. And one of the really neat features about Flare is you can make those chats look like a Facebook wall. So you can have the regular iMessage chat, iMessage like chat like this, or you can have a layout that looks like a wall like this, which is great for announcements because members can comment underneath the post if they have a question about something. So this could be a really great way to have announcements be a lot more organized because the comments don't bury all the important announcements. They would just sit neatly in the comment section. You can also pin a chat to the very top of the chats list. You can mute chats. Everything you can do in GroupMe or in other messaging apps you can do on Flare is just a lot faster and hopefully a lot more user-friendly as well. The setup's super easy. An exec member has probably already done it for y'all. All you guys would need to do is just press a link and request to join the group. And once you're accepted, then you can see everything within the group. One of the really neat features within Flare is the ability to share your contact information with other people in the chapter. So the way you do that is you would press on the three dots, press edit group, and you would select your fraternity or sorority group. And that way you could share not only your phone number, but your email, your birthday, and other details about yourselves with other people within the chapter. And this just makes it super easy to find anyone else's information just by searching for their name. And within a tap of a button, you can now add this person to your phone's contact list like this. This autofills their name, picture, phone number, email, and you just press the done button and boom, it saves directly to your phone's contact list. If you need to get a hold of somebody right away, you can just text them straight through the app. You can call them. It opens up the call icon. You can email their email, and you can DM them through the app as well. You can also get a list of upcoming birthdays, and you can tap on people's names to see what age they're turning on their birthday, like this. You can also export a list with everybody's information in a PDF format if you're an admin, so you could see a roster that looks like this. So if you need a quick roster, here's your roster with everyone's name, phone number, email, birthday, and additional details all in a sheet like this. There's also alumni status. So when you graduate, you can be moved to alumni, so you could get your separate alumni chat. You just would get removed from all the active stuff after you graduate. You can also create shared photo albums within the app. Pretty straightforward. Just share photos with other people within the chapter. And you can also share files. And there's a whole point system within the app. Pretty straightforward. You just create point opportunities. And as a member, you can easily see how many points you have within the chapter. You can see your category breakdown and your total number of points. And you simply press the plus button to request for a point opportunity with a reason and a photo, and somebody on exec can approve or deny that point request. You can also connect with other chapters on campus, and this is mainly for admins, but I think it's good for everyone to know about it. But you can connect with other chapters, which would allow you to share philanthropy events or even mixers with other chapters within seconds. And you can create guest lists for more private events where you can set a limit to how many people each person in the chapter can add to a guest list. And this makes it super easy to share events with people by just pressing the plus button, send event invites, and you can simply share certain events. If it's a philanthropy event with other chapters like this, if it's a more private event, you can select guest list, and very easily you can share events with hundreds of people and give them all a ticket if you wanted to. So Flare really combines everything a fraternity or sorority would need all into one app, whether it's your events, your calendar, your group chats, announcements, contact list, photo sharing, even a point system and invitations. It's all streamlined into one app. I'm hoping it can help you guys out. Thank you very much.